Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Court 1 for the final mixed game of the tournament. The final is a combination of both Austria versus Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland v Austria did play in the group stages against each other, where Northern Ireland actually won 13-9. It forced Austria heading into the harder bracket. They actually had to beat England in the semi-final, and they did just that, and that's why they're here today. I'm joined by John Rutland. Welcome, John.
Hi, Greg. Another two top teams making it through to the final. Northern Ireland haven't won a gold yet at a European Championships, but they will be desperate. They've got two opportunities today to secure a gold. This is their first one with their strong mixed squad. As you say, they have already beaten Austria once this tournament, but a very different mindset in a group stage to a final and the pressures that come with it. Northern Ireland line up for the traditional high fives and handshakes before the match, looking confident and focused as they wait for the Austrians to do the likewise.
Austria looking to take that momentum from the women's game that they just won. The women's final ended 14-10 to Austria against England. Unlucky from England there. Maybe left it a couple late in a couple of the sets. Austria took the early lead in the second part of the first half. But this game is the one that we focus on now. Northern Ireland versus Austria.
Both teams looked full of adrenaline, just loosening it off.
Austria currently ranked first in the mixed division. Their 2019 finish was first also. Northern Ireland this time around, second in the 2019 finish. Currently ranked fourth. Both teams ready and lined up. Only a couple of that women's team start in the mixed. We've got Kremser, Rasinger.
The ball's just being swapped for the correct final balls here at the start. Teams using, I think, both ball sets for the warm-up. Referees back into positions as both teams look keen to get this match underway. The referees get the game underway.
A good start for NI. They get that middle ball. The single ball comes in from Hill, but doesn't find contact this time around.
Good two-step counter there from Austria, catching Murphy high up on the court.
Hill.
Good dodging from Hill there, wide on the wing. Seeing a fast start from Austria. And Stefan gets the block away. So does Koch.
Austria one up early in this set. They took out Aaron Murphy.
Yep, it was Murphy. Sorry, Greg. Annie Koch just absorbing the pressure.
Four balls now. Aggressive four come forward. Two thrown.
Adam Hill leaping over the top of that and retaliating and getting Stefan out. Great play by Hill there.
Some fakes that we saw. The ball pops up and the catch is made from Shannon Smith. Brings in Aaron Murphy.
That's the risk you get by hitting a male out first. in the chosen players to hit out, because if they're a catch made, you can bring back the throwing power from the men.
Aaron Murphy, that arm that has proved very, very strong in this tournament. Normally we're used to the catching ability of Aaron Murphy. This time he's been training on his arm. 3 years have passed since we last saw him in 2019.
And Lee just looking to aggressively run up the court.
Yeah, Hannah Turkington hit out there from that single ball.
And both players nearly getting hit there, but both surviving. And the single from Murphy.
Yeah, Kremser just blocks that single there out wide. But a hit out.
Northern Ireland taking a 2-player advantage in this first set.
Oh, Max Metz close to the catch, but they win the first set. That's a good start for NI.
Some great single ball releases there to finish that set off for Northern Ireland. They'll be happy with that start.
The mentality that helps you with.
Austria choosing not to run for that middle ball, meaning Northern Ireland will attack first. The single ball attack from Lee. Conk just coming up court, faking and then collecting the third ball as a team. Good, strong dodgeball play.
Yeah, Lee just applying that pressure top right. It's forcing Andy Cock to the back of the court. And the single ball from Aaron Murphy.
Fakes again there from Austria. Something they work on all the time in training. Making it really unpredictable, knowing when they're going to release.
Max Metz hit out and Hill pressures up to try and get that fourth ball. And he's easily going to take it after the Austrians only have one ball in hand. Just going to swap the sides of that ball. Heads out left to Stefan Leitinger. And Andy Cock ducks under 3. Some good throwing, but not good enough.
And Lee makes the catch whilst in the air, dodging the other ball. Fantastic catch from the Northern Ireland player. Ball just bouncing before hitting Kremser there. And the single ball release, and this time Lee gets Kremser. Hill dodges over the single ball and tries to get another hit, but just misses the Austrian player. The ball bounces back to the Northern Ireland team, and they've got 4 balls to attack again.
Yeah, Racing that high jump. Stefan, he hides behind that ball, but he can't get low enough. Some good, accurate throwing from Northern Ireland.
Just learning there from that previous throw at the players, just adjusting the height of their throws, getting a good hit there. Austria, just 2 players left in. And Murphy with the single ball release. Austria trying to collect that ball, and they do so successfully. And Hill blocking as he's done so well so far in this game. And another one there. Austria giving the possession away to Northern Ireland, and Northern Ireland get the hit there from Lee.
Yeah, Racing trying to go low and take that catch when you're 2-6 down.
Smith looking for the catch, but just maybe reaching outside of her body. A block from Murphy. And hold called by the Northern Ireland coaches there. Murphy doing the correct thing in that situation and collecting 2 balls. A block from Hill and a hit there from Lee. Time has been called there. The player was low on the floor, and I think the ball just grazed the face of the Austrian player. The referee's not calling that aggressive. Player trying to dodge out of the way. There was no intent there from the Northern Ireland player.
If she'd stood there maybe and then he'd hit her head, you would have been carded for that. You can't give a card out for that. She's dodged low into that non-intentional head shot.
That's a really painful thing. If the ball just grazes your eye or the valve just catches your face, it can really hurt. Northern Ireland taking a 2-set lead here and getting the first hit again. Strong throwing from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Max Metz opting for the low-down dodge. Normally he's a very high jumper, a lot of agility, and
Andy Cock is being called out. That either hit him or a line fault, but either or, he's out.
He'll be disappointed with yourself, and Lisa Highfree close to the catch. That would have changed up the game completely. This time, Aaron Murphy.
But Hill returning the favour, making up for his teammates' hit. Hill just watching that ball go past him. Austria now just holding 2 balls with Northern Ireland attacking with 3. Single ball release from the middle player. And a block from Lee.
So 3 players down now. Austria up against it all. Currently 4-0 down in this game.
And just bounced before Stefan's leg there.
Gives away the 4th ball.
Crowd's gone silent at the moment. The tension in the air showing how close this game is. Austria avoid the hit from the free ball attack, and a little bit of loose play there from Northern Ireland, giving Austria all of the balls.
And some big dodging is going to have to come in for NI now.
There's the first one, and the catch from the second one. Kremser gifts Hill the catch, leaving Stefan just on the court.
She doesn't even need to throw there. Stefan takes out Lee. They're going to reset. They've got 4 balls now. NI looking to close this set up. When they close this set up, there'll be 6 up.
And the delay hit there. Well watched by Northern Ireland.
And back line, even if he isn't hit also. That's some good watching from that line ref there. NI 6 up. A great start for them.
Northern Ireland taking a 6-0 lead in this mixed final. A great start from them. The Austrian coach is calling a timeout. Pressure really on the Austrian players here. Maybe the psychological effect of that defeat in the group stages, maybe playing on the minds of the Austrian players so far, not looking their usual self.
No. Koenig just leading that chat for the mixed team there.
A great start from Northern Ireland. Clinical throwing, learning, not doing the same thing twice if it's not working, and just adapting their play. We're seeing some real dynamic dodges as well from all their players. They've started strong, and we'll be looking to keep pushing in this first half. The 4th set is underway. Again, Austria choosing not to compete for that middle ball. The Austrian player nearly wobbled off the court, but kept in by her teammate.
15 seconds gone. Still, both teams have 6 on court. Andy Cock with a block.
Block made there.
NI happy to take those 3 balls. Their single ball releases have been so clinical this game so far.
And a great hit on Stefan there. Just clipped his right leg. Northern Ireland's throwing still really aggressively. And a retaliation 1 ball hit there from Austria. 5 players left on court for both teams. Good hit from Hill on mates there. Northern Ireland take a 1-player advantage as we're a minute into this set.
This is huge for NI. Great dodge from Hill there. Gives them 4 balls. And a 4-ball attack could be deadly here. And a block from Andy Cock again. Balls this time not as accurate as they have been. And this time, Johnny Hill,
who's been subbed on for Kelvin Lee in this set.
And a block down from Andy Cock.
Great blocking from Cock there. Soaking up lots of pressure from the Northern Ireland throw. And Adam Hill been hit out there, as has Murphy. This is what Austria have been hoping for. Good awareness from both sides of the court.
So there were 4-5 down, and Andy Cock with the catch. A great catch and a great time to win this set if they do. And there we go. After the timeout, Austria do win that set.
That was a key set in this game. If Northern Ireland had gone up 8-0, it would have made it very difficult for Austria. But great win there for them, being now just 2 sets behind with the score 6-2 to Northern Ireland. Murphy winning that middle ball uncontested once again. Lee being subs back onto the court for Johnny Hill. Probably just taking a breather after that set. Good tactical understanding. Murphy takes a bounce ball into his body. Time has been paused. That looks a painful one, Greg.
Yeah. Those balls are not coming slow at all. A question linking into the question, how hard or soft are the balls? Softer than a handball, blown up to 1.7 psi.
That's correct. They're the best way to describe them is a volleyball, but made out of a softer cloth skin. Northern Ireland avoiding a single ball thrown there.
The single ball from Smurf.
Chaotic 1-for-ones there. Northern Ireland coming out on top. No hits in those rushed single ball throws. Both teams trying to take an advantage. Austria settle back with the 2 balls. Getting another great block from Cock.
Plenty of fakes, only the single ball released.
Making it easy there for the Northern Ireland player to just duck underneath.
Block from Andy Cock.
Going to need that on a sign by, I think, Greg, because Andy is just absorbing all of this pressure in this first half.
And Aaron Murphy not picking up the catch this time. Rasinga pops the ball forward but can't get it on the ground like a wheelbarrow.
Lee, great awareness there, getting the hit.
And that's a good single ball. Hill jumps high as he has done before.
And a 1-for-1 there. Northern Ireland will be happy with that. Kremser and Stefan left on court for the Austrians. The experience on the court still would have been in this position many times before. Northern Ireland going with a safe throw there.
And a great single ball from Stefan Leitinger. Arm comes back, plenty of power. Single ball again from Shannon Smith. After a couple of those, Kremser, I can imagine, will start tracking at and look for the catch.
Ball bounced into Hill there.
And a good fake from Leitinger. Just makes Jonathan Hill drop that ball a little. And a good hit, but another hit in return. And that's a good 1-for-1 and a great 1-for-1.
Northern Ireland taking that set there. 8-2 up with just 1 minute behind. So a minute and a half set. And a repeated start there. Northern Ireland making that key hit of the start.
This time around, Kremser looking for that catch, maybe a little too much out wide.
Even if Kremser had 8 arms there like an octopus, she still wouldn't have made that catch from the single ball hit there. And another one. I don't understand why Austria aren't competing for that middle ball. They're just allowing Northern Ireland each time to take the first hit. It's putting them in a negative mindset.
Yeah, and Rasinga there now. Look, she's
now
looking for that catch.
3.
Play 4 is called. One more has to be played.
And a great single ball hit there from Hill. And the catch.
A great catch. Stationary like a cucumber. Picks it up at the back of the court.
Adam Hill having the game of his life in this first half.
And there it is. At the half-time, Northern Ireland 10-2.
And half-time has been called by the referees. Northern Ireland take a 10-2 lead. Northern Ireland dominating this half, Greg.
Playing unreal dodgeball.
At the half-time break, both teams in deep discussions of how to improve what they've done in the first half. The Northern Irish coach and the players will be the happier of the two, but they'll be keen to not rest on their laurels and just let Austria back into this game.
Mentality that you get from So NI will be going into the second half against Austria, 10-2 up. Some fantastic dodgeball from NI. The pressure is now on. They've got 15 minutes ahead of them. The gold medal at the end of the tunnel.
Austria.
The other team being sent home, back to their bungalow, with just a silver medal in hand.
Both teams working extremely hard here. Northern Ireland lining up. Will we see Austria compete for the middle ball on this occasion? No change of tactic there from them either. Northern Ireland take the first throw there, going towards Andy Cock, who has switched wings. He's going opposite Adam Hill. Slight tactical tweak there from the Austrians.
And so close to the catch, the eyes on the prize, but not this time around.
I know you've had some conversations with the Austrians saying they're training all of the positions. but I'm not a great believer of players switching wings halfway through a court. They get used to the vision coming from that side of the court, and you switch them up. I think you make it really difficult and open up their vulnerability of that side arm from the other side of the court that they've not had to be training to.
And as you say that, Stefan Leitinger, from right wing to left wing, he swapped again mid-set. And Max Metz
gets the hit on
hard. Yeah, Kelvin Lee just trying to jump high, but not high enough this time around.
The ball just clips him, in good honesty from the player there. It would have been easy there for the player to have played innocent, but good sportsmanship from the Northern Ireland player. Good single ball release there from Shannon.
Austria in this game mentally don't look ready, and that's a great catch.
And Smith takes the catch as Northern Ireland bring Lee back onto the court.
2 players up in this set, 1:15 left on the clock. NI playing incredibly smart dodgeball.
Adam Hill just leaping over that running counter from Stefan. And Murphy attempts a block, but is hit out as he's tracking back. The fakes from Austria, throwing from that standing position, not connecting with their target. And Smith avoids the single ball release there.
The defensive single ball from Shannon Smith is then delivered back to McCloskey.
And the hit on Stefan there, we think, or not.
And the set does run out. Hill is just making sure that Shannon Smith punishes Stefan Leitinger there.
Again, some action in the last few seconds of that set. Austria now just 2 sets down. Will have wanted to have win this first set, which they've done successfully. Murphy avoids the 2-step counter there from Koch, who's still staying on the left-hand side of the Austrian team. And gets hit out again from that side arm throw.
He's too focused on Hill this down his own wing that Lee's swinging that ball wide. But McCloskey hit again from the single ball. She needs to be looking at some more movement, maybe that high jump just to get over that ball.
And a hit there on Lee in return.
Austria starting to find their momentum in this game. 10 minutes 30 left.
And a good block from Smith in the middle of the court. Hill seeing an opportunity to release a single, but not hitting any Austrian. A single ball release again at Smith, not having to move much.
Only 1 player down. 1:25 left in this. Max Metz fires the single ball on the side of Aaron Murphy. A hold from the Austria. NI forced to throw the 2 out of the 3 from the play ball there. Austria now have to punish with the 4. And they don't. A good dodge from Shannon Smith. A great part of this NI mixed squad so far.
Smith with a single once again. Austria just easily jumping over the ball. And this time Smith is hit.
That power arm from Lisa in the middle. It's the arm that we saw in the mix. So much power behind it.
Hill with the two-step counter. Northern Ireland still with the two-ball possession. Austria will attack.
Oh, and the ball pops up. No cover this time around in the two-ball attack. Hill dodges under.
Just 12 seconds left on the clock and they get the hit. And
Murray goes. Oh, and Andy Kopp catches in return.
Oh.
And Hill hits.
What an incredible few last seconds in that set. The referee's just discussing what happened there. Absolute craziness in the middle of that court. Two incredible catches from both sides. Referee's now just making sure.
The score will have to be checked just in case our screen isn't the right as yours at home. That will be checked.
Whilst the referees are deciding what's happening, I'm sure a few of you might be going back into the live footage to see what happened. Unfortunately, the referees not having the luxury of VAR.
So what the call might be is Max Metz actually goes over the middle line in the play. Have the refs picked up on this? The Italian centre ref, I believe, is making sure that Hannah Turkington returns to court because the catch isn't actually valid.
A long discussion from the referees in the middle now, just explaining the decisions to the two coaches. Just one representation from each team allowed.
While you wait for the referees to make this decision, sit back in your seat, enjoy your cottage pie.
Can you explain what a cottage pie is for our European viewers, Greg?
It's minced lamb and mash on top. It sounds
potato.
Yeah. It's so in like a, is it in a sauce? It's in a meat sauce, right?
I think so. I've not had one in a long time.
No, neither have I. Some people put like carrots in it, and
yeah, I think it's not a favourite of mine, to be totally honest. But the referees are still deciding, just clarifying the score as well.
So after this decision, there will be a clarification on score.
We're hoping one of the referees will come over to the commentary box as well to explain, so we can let all the viewers online know.
Okay, yep. Okay, so the score before that set was 10-4. The conclusion of that set, 2 apiece.
So the correct decision given there correctly by the referees Max Mate had stepped over that line before his catch. Could be a costly error from the Austrian. Northern Ireland 3 sets ahead with the score 11-5.
So apparently, for the English people at home, I've got it incredibly wrong. Cottage pie is beef, shepherd's pie is lamb. Glad we sorted that out.
Let's get back to the dodgeball where our knowledge is
Far greater.
questionably better.
11-5 now, 8:30 left on the clock.
Northern Ireland's getting that middle ball. Not getting the hit. And Murphy making the block in the middle from the return from Mates. Just over 8 minutes remaining on the clock. And Murphy gets hit out there. Uncharacteristic drop from him. Will be disappointed from that. But Adam Hill makes a catch. Big celebration from the Northern Irish player. Time has been paused. Austrian players complaining that the floor is slippy. So we see the return of our favourite sweat stick.
And a great final at that, indeed. 11-5. Now Northern Ireland currently up in this set after the great Hill. Bringing him back in Murphy and the catch from Hill.
Quick track back from the Northern Irish players as they're going deep into this final. They're not letting the Austrians show that they're tired in any way. Great fitness from the Northern Irish players. The single ball release just being dodged by Annie Koch on the left-hand side of the Austrian team. And a hit there on the covering Austrian player. Hill comes across the cover, collects the ball that was over on the Austrian half. He didn't touch that side, so that is allowed. Northern Ireland now have 4 balls.
And Max Metz with the signature move, the flying squirrel, he calls it himself. That downwards position, popping up.
And the Northern Irish players equally dodging well, just ducking underneath at that attack. And Murphy with a single ball hit and gets hit back by Andy Koch, and he gets hit by Hill. Great 2-for-1 trade there for the Northern Irish. And that just bounces before.
That set became a tie in the last one because Max Metz on the left side actually line faulted, so the catch didn't count. Hannah Turkington returned. Both players ended with 2. Great
referee in there because that's exactly what happened. So much happens. And a catch made by Adam Hill after the hit. And Kelvin Lee finishes off that set. Northern Ireland take a dominant 13-5 lead with just under 6 minutes remaining. Northern Ireland are heading towards their first ever gold medal in the European Championships in any category.
A good couple of sets from Kelvin Lee. Change out for Hollyhurst. You can't be disappointed when you're subbed in the final because it's not always about how you've played. It's sometimes for a tactical decision. Lee,
as well,
a very aggressive play. Go on.
The substitutes coming in to finish the game. The fresh arm coming on in this position will just give Northern Ireland that fresh arm, keeping up those single ball speeds that they've done so well in this match so far. Adam Hill unsuccessfully blocking that ball, and Murphy moves out to the wing. And an unfortunate hit there for the Northern Irish player, disappointed with herself. She's ducked under so many so far in this match. Northern Ireland struggling to get the ball out wide there from the pressure from Austria. 1 minute played in this set. Northern Ireland find themselves 2 players down. And Murphy gets the block away there.
Yeah, Schmidt being brought on that left side now to apply that extra bit of pressure that may be left in this game.
Smith doing an awful lot of throwing in this game. Playing really well so far. The pressure from the fresh Hollyhurst. And they get the hit. And the catch made.
Yeah, Aaron Murphy taking that single ball catch this time around. The ball goes high from Murphy. They've just got to play defensive now. They've got to play this clock down, and that's why Hollyhurst has been brought on. The defensive style when the ball gets popped back.
Austrian player maybe could have caught that to bring another player on the court, but chose not to make sure they stay safely in the set.
Hill just with the commands there, making sure Hollyhurst isn't doing anything unnecessary. Unlucky there from Adam Murphy. The ball slips just out of his hand, and that is called an invalid whether he meant to throw it or not.
Just 50 seconds left on the clock. Adam Hill avoiding the single ball attack from Austria. And a group throw getting the hit wide there on Smith.
Yeah, some good dodgeball there. Can't get low enough this time. Buddha also being brought on in this set.
And a great dodge from Hollyhurst.
Really good dodge there. Like he said, he's probably been brought on just to make those dodges. He doesn't have to go in for any catch. They don't have to close out sets in this time. But a catch is caught.
Kremser with the hit and the catch. That incredible play by the experienced Austrian player. Adam Hill just looking to play out this time. And Adam Hill is hit out there. It doesn't matter though. Just 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain on the clock. This score is unachievable. Northern Ireland are heading to their first ever gold medal.
They'll be taking the gold in this one, but they'll be playing another game next up. NI will be playing England men's. Last time around at the Euros, NI beating England men's.
The Northern Irish setup has taken this so seriously, this tournament. They, as we said previously at the bronze medal match for the women that they won, they were one of the first teams to return to training. They've worked so hard. They've been tirelessly with their approach, taking their nutrition extremely seriously, doing lots of video analysis. The Northern Irish players are here to stay. They are going to look to progress even further. Their goal is a triple crown. They're not going to stop working with this, what they call their golden generation.
Timeout, just pause for a second. Small discussion.
Play resumes. Northern Ireland have 4 balls. Cheer from the substitutes of Northern Ireland because the clock is under 1 minute 30, meaning there will only be one set after this set if the time doesn't run out, meaning Austria's defence of this title is over. Strong hit from Adam Hill. Oh, it's not Johnny Hill, sorry, his brother has come onto the court. And Hollyhurst just hit there. 3 players remaining on court with just 45 seconds remaining.
Some great dodgeball from NI this game. Plenty to look forward to in that last final coming up shortly. NI close to taking that gold. The game is already pretty much over, and it will be very shortly. 30 seconds left on the clock, John.
Northern Ireland will just be looking to play out this time now. Shannon Smith ducking under the ball successfully there.
Yeah.
Every single player that stepped on the court for Northern Ireland this weekend from this squad has played their part. Incredible performance and so well deserved. And a hit there. And another one, leaving just one Austrian player left in with a few seconds left. And that's the final whistle. Northern Ireland take their first ever gold in the European Championships in this mixed division.
As much as Austria has been fan favourites amongst all the crowd this weekend, NI, what a great final from them.
The crowd singing the well-known Northern Ireland chant. shivers down the back of my spine after that performance, Greg.
We will try and get a player in. We do believe, obviously, Northern Ireland playing next in the men's category, so they'll want a quick second or two just to start mentally preparing for that. After the interview, if you hang right about, then you'll be put into the next game, which is NI men versus England men. Or head back to Dodgeball Netherlands YouTube page, subscribe while you're there. Thank you, Adam Hill, for joining us for this interview. What a great final that was. Obviously, first gold medal for NI as a country. How do you think you and the team played?
Yeah, everybody was absolutely fantastic. Stuck to the game plan. Got up in the first half, saw it out in the second. Absolutely amazing performance from everybody. I'm absolutely over the moon. First time winners, hopefully more to come. Yeah.
Exactly that. And next up, we've obviously got NI men against England men. You were successful in taking them out in 2019. This time around, it's in the final.
Yeah.
Anything that you'll be taking from that game into the final?
Yeah, similar things about game management. It's a different game, the men's. It's slightly harder to do it because there's a lot more big arms. You can't quite pin the two ball carriers in. Yeah, but we've beat them before. Beat them, and we'll beat them again.
Well, thank you very much, Adam. Well played for you and all of the players in that NI mixed team. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks very much.
And once again, thank you. And head back to that Dodgeball Netherlands page, subscribe while you're there, or hang around and you'll be put right onto that next game, NI mixed against England mixed.